very much. Cheers for 7, and Brendan.
Group 6. Thank you. Thank you. If everyone can introduce themselves, because I think everyone wants to sort of get to know everyone as well. I didn't mention that yesterday, but I'm sure many of us know you, but it'd be good to do that throughout the day. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Simeon. I'm from the Leeds, Yorkshire and Northern Counties region. And yes, thanks President for this opportunity, and thanks for the Group 6 for nominating me. So we went through the questions in a reverse order, and Patrick encouraged us to do it this way. And yes, I'll just do my best to type up, just talk about what we spoke about. But essentially, if I miss out anything, then please go to Patrick. So yeah, we started off, or a thought that came to mind was medicine through time at GCSE. Anyone that did it may remember that during when the Roman Empire fell, medicine life expectancies went down, and then it took hundreds of years for it to go back up. And so the idea of what we're doing here with research is an innovation is really important. So we spoke about having links with other organizations. So there are other organizations that have the same kind of goals. We mentioned it already, the gentleman here mentioned it as well. But yeah, we can do more on that. And also we spoke about elsewhere outside of the UK. So we had some people on our table from various places, but that was something we could talk about as well. We have the same challenges across the whole world. We know that there's lots happening in regards to energy, material costs, transport, speed of construction, and a lot of things. And yes, that's something that we can look at in general. Key challenges for our profession that we spoke about yesterday were also key topics of what we were thinking about, things to be researched for the next 5 years as well. It'd be worth revisiting that for this question. It was mentioned on our table about timber, and that possibly being something that could be researched a bit more, specifying in regards to reuse of material timber on site. As you know how strong it is. I'm sure there is, apparently there's only 3 specialists in the UK that can talk about that, but if there was a guidance on that, which I'll get onto. We spoke about PI being a limiting, so it kind of affecting or impacting the use of innovative materials. So PI goes up when a company uses a lot of innovative materials. So it's a way of influencing that. There's things that I've never heard about, like calcined clay or something, which was interesting. And interesting enough, we'll go on to that, but in Africa, apparently there was a talk on timber, and so just more communication that way. We spoke about AI as well. I quote, there were loads of mistakes, and so there was talk about specializing, making an AI chatbot for the ISRT to do some AI special checking. There was a talk in the TSE apparently, which we can look at more. And we also spoke about communities in this regard. You know, the ISRT has a communities page, and there was the talk about whether we could make it into like an app, or where we could have a way of doing sketches, capturing knowledge there, capturing communication that way. We spoke about the professional conduct committee and things that have gone wrong, and that all being captured as well, which we spoke about yesterday as well. We spoke about a good one that David Richardson mentioned yesterday about having innovative debates in our regions. And that's the first question, but that might be a way we can talk about ideas and things that we think about improving. More talks in our regions, more debates. We spoke about, having a rule possibly in our companies where no one submits anything on Friday, so aiming for a Wednesday. And so I think the comment from Charlotte was, she's happy if things are late, she just wants things checked. So that was just something around, we were thinking about behavioural research. And then also rules of thumb, thinking about rules of thumb in general. I was thinking about asking Charlotte for her copy of her rules of thumb, but apparently she has a big collection. And finally we spoke about connection details being the most important thing to research, but the least, like the smallest part of the design. But the most, like we learned yesterday about earthquakes and hurricanes, in Jamaica, and it was the fix things that failed. Yeah, the next question was how can we drive innovation and get improvements to the sector at scale? Essentially, we spoke about recording more information, so gathering more of all the talks. If we could have something in the institution where we encourage people to record the talks in our region, we've had some debate on whether we're allowed to or not. If there was a way of just encouraging people to capture that information, I think that would be invaluable. We spoke about having more academics on council, and the argument was, actually in our region we've got a lot of academics, so you can learn from us, but we spoke about, in general, having more people from industry on university advisory boards, and having something like that in the TSC, having a section on that to encourage that, which is the challenge. And I like the word that was used here. It said retired, like basically members of our institution that are now retired are gems, and we had the idea of having exit interviews. So recorded exit interviews when someone retires or changes their membership status, and just capturing their knowledge. I'm sure they'll be happy. I'm sure we'll be happy to talk about what we've done and things we've done, and capturing things that way. I'm sure if that was recorded, AI can be used to summarize it. But yeah, the final question was what can our regions do? And I think it's been summarized already in what I said. But essentially, I think we're going to talk about it later, but we need more members in our regional group to be able to do the work. I think there was talk about volunteerism going down, apparently. It doesn't have to be the case if we encourage it, people's hobbies. But yeah, we spoke about in our region of having debates, and possibly having one between industry, academia, and building control, if we can get them to come. Yes, finally, we spoke about SLOs and the importance of SLOs, and possibly not calling them SLOs, but calling them ambassadors. So yeah, just end with all things are possible, nothing